love crows and I love capybaras. I love when my choices have consequences. I know it's grammatically incorrect, but I don't care. This is for the love of the game. They coded this in. Does Honkai Star Rail live on in every universe? It's like Metal Gear. Will we have an echo today? It doesn't sound as bad through the headphones. Sometimes it sounds worse. Sometimes it sounds better. It doesn't sound better today. I can't tell. We are making progress on The Office. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I recently moved and my office is just a bunch of piles of stuff right now. So our progress though is I do finally have a chair. So I actually think I accidentally bought like a tiny chair. Like, I don't know if it's a kid's chair or not, but unfortunately it is actually the right size and the neck pillow is in the right spot. Because my last chair, the neck pillow is at my head. So progress. But friends and gamers, welcome back to another first hour in the Cozy Corner. But also, particularly today, this is another installment of does it actually play right in single player? Because a lot of games will market themselves as play solo or with friends, but then the solo option is far inferior to the with friends option. So I'm gonna figure out if you can actually play it solo so you don't have to. And today we are going to be playing our first hour in Capy Castaway. This is a cozy game, little exploration game with a capybara and a crow. And I have been waiting for this game for like at least a year. It has had demos out. I believe there is a demo still on Steam right now if you want to check it out. So if you like what you see me playing today in the first hour, you can check it out for free, the demo on Steam. But I don't think we ever got the demo. This was like a multi-time demo dive reject. If you're new here, let me explain what that is because it's not as bad as it sounds. I do a series on the channel called the Demo Dives, which has devolved over the years into being 3 to 6 games per video with 10 to like 20, would it be 20? Yeah, 10 to 20 minutes each, depending on the number. It makes an hour, you know, they all add up to be an hour. And usually it's of random number generated demos. So like I don't pick the games I play, the random number generator does. And Capy Castaway has been on at least 2, if not 3 lists for previous demo dives. I've never gotten to it. So we are highly, highly excited for Capy Castaway today. This is a highly anticipated video for me. Before we get started though, I do have to thank D20 Communications for providing me with my copy of Capy Castaway. Say that 5 times fast. I'm so excited to get into this. I do have one fear though. I have one fear, and that is that the save system is called dreams. So like, oh, it was all a dream. I've said this before, but the oh, it was all a dream trope is one of my least favorite tropes in media ever. So I think sometimes it can be done right though. And this is, like I said, a very highly anticipated game for me. I love crows and I love capybaras, so I can look past that. Also, I should probably note that when I went to go open up this game on Steam, it did recommend playing it with a controller. However, if you've also been here for any amount of time, you would know that if I use a normal game controller for too long a period of time, my hands really start to like cramp up and hurt. So in the first hour videos, I do my best to play it with a keyboard and mouse. And also I don't know where my controller is right now. It's still in a box somewhere. So we're gonna make do. Let's start a new dream. Capy Castaway autosaves. Your choices have consequences and will be saved. I love when my choices have consequences. You can switch to 2-player mode and change accessibility settings in the pause menu at any time. I do appreciate that because a lot of hardcore gamers, and if this is how you want to play your games, sure, but a lot of like hardcore gamers are against the pause menu. The pause menu is in itself an accessibility feature, so thank you. Player 2 will control Core V after the tutorial. So we are not doing 2-player, I think. Cancel. Okay. So we're not doing 2-player. Okay. The effect where colors are offset at the edges of the screen can be turned off on the pause menu. What is the colors offset on the edges? I'm going to leave the unchecked for now. And I'm going to leave the text speed as is as well. So begin the dream. Oh, flashbang. It's kind of pink. It was more white in my OBS. Holy moly. I will be reading all the parts. Oh, the color offset at the edge of the screen is the chromatic aberrations. I'm thinking we might want to turn that off, but I'm not sure. It'll be in settings. Color split. I think that's off now. Yeah, okay. We'll turn that off because I don't think this particular game needs the aberrations, so we'll just turn it off. Some games it adds to the effect, but I don't think this one needs it, quite frankly. But holy moly, what is all this stuff? Did this all come in with the flood? Okay, so there was a flood that we didn't know about. Okay, off-screen flood. Wait, is that? Oh wait, the capybara's in the orange box. Oh my gosh. I'd better get a little closer. What is that? Did that garbage just move? It's a capybara. If someone or something is under there, come out now. What a cute little game. You better not be WSAD. Oh my god. We can dance. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's an oversized gerbil. I do think, I do think capybaras may be in a similar family to gerbils. So like the crow isn't necessarily wrong. I don't think. Don't quote me. I think they're in a similar family. The oversized gerbil is not happy about that. The crow says, okay, fine, not a gerbil. A capybara? Question mark? Is happy. Okay, so the capybara doesn't actually talk, but it just makes little facial expressions, which is adorable. The crow says, of course, I've totally seen a capybara before, but I don't think I've seen you here before. Did you wash in with the flood? I do like the fact that because the like classic, not necessarily meme, but like image of a capybara on the internet is with the little orange, the Japanese capybara with the orange on its head. So I do like that they did a little nod to that with the orange box on its head. Also, I forgot to make note of when we started our first hour. I don't actually use a timer here. I just used my OBS recording time clock. We're at 8 minutes right now. So let's circle back a little bit and say 5 is when we started. And in an hour and 5 minutes, we will reconvene. Unless it becomes unplayable in single player, and then you know the drill. Anyways. Do we get to pick what the little guy says? Maybe not. Oh, wait, with WASD. So we can pick if we washed in with the flood or not. I say that we washed in with the flood. Aha, the crow says. I knew it. Yay, someone knew. Whenever there's a flood on this island, it brings a ton of stuff with it. Animals, toys, garbage, and you this time. You're probably a long way from home. I also did think the crow was gonna make a reference to the oversized gerbil being garbage as a gag. But I don't think, like, because a lot of times you have like a witty, sometimes mean crow character in a game like this, but I think this crow's actually kind of nice. I do appreciate that. Crows get a bad rep, but the crow says you're probably a long way from home, and the capybara shakes its head. The crow says, you're not very talkative, are you? So what are our options here? We can sadly shake our head yes, or happily do no. Let's do that one. The crow says, that's okay. I can talk plenty for the both of us. That also does make it a little bit easier for me because I don't need to do dialogue tags if the capybara is not gonna talk. Anyways, since you're not from here, you probably don't know where anything is. Let me show you around a bit. You washed up on a tiny island, but it's actually part of a larger island. That's not like necessarily out of the way for, or out of the ordinary for islands. There's usually like smaller ones. Anyways, I like to think of it as some sort of castaway island. You know, since so many lost things seem to wash up here. I did think it was giving like very briefly Island of Misfit Toys, especially when the crow mentioned toys. So they are kind of going their route like a little bit. The box moved. If you go that way, you'll find yourself on the main island. Though that's weird. There isn't usually a bonfire over there. Well, it's probably nothing. Weird stuff shows up all the time, like you. You really don't talk at all, do you? The capybara is just like pensive. So the crow says, wait, let me guess what you're thinking. I'm so lonely out here and I could really use some witty commentary to voice my inner thoughts. I don't know about that one, bestie. The capybara doesn't know about that one either, bestie. The crow says, well, when you put it like that, I'd be happy to help. I can be your voice. We didn't agree to this. The capybara also did not agree to this. And the crow says, then you can say, really? You'd look out for me like that? Even though you have better things to do and probably so many friends. This crow is projecting. In fact, why don't you think of me as your smarter and cooler older sibling? The capybara is pissed now. The crow says, okay, maybe cooler was a bit much. Anyways, I said we get off this tiny island and see what else is new around here. I also appreciate the crow says anyways, because I say anyways, and that is not grammatically correct, actually. The grammatically correct version is without the S, anyway, but I've just always said anyways, so I just keep doing that. I know it's grammatically incorrect, but I don't care. And I appreciate that the crow also does not care. The crow says, come on, let's go together. So we can agree, or we can not like shake our head no. I'm gonna agree. And the crow says, great. I just wanna make sure you're good to go. Try moving around a bit. You can move around with WSAD. Interesting that they do WSAD and not WASD. I'm always curious what the differentiator with that one is. You can even jump with space. Your legs are kind of stubby, but it's worth a try. Anyways, meet me up on that ledge over there. I want to show you something before we move on. So is this the ledge? I think so, because the space bar is telling me to jump here. Dude, it's so cute. And then E to hold, to speak. Oh, hold E to speak. There we go. The crow says, wow, I'm kind of impressed you could jump that high with those legs. I don't know. My dog has stubby little legs. He's a French bulldog, and he has stubby little legs. But if he wants to, he acts like he can't jump onto my bed or like his favorite chair, but he can. He totally can. I've seen him do it. He just wants me to do it for him, and that's okay. But as your new older sibling, I should probably introduce myself, huh? The name's Corvy. What should I call you? Of course, you can't talk, so you can't tell me your name. That's okay. I'll make up a new name for you. A new name for my new sibling. How about Bappy? That's a little weird. But I guess Capybara, Bappy, I guess it makes enough sense. So we can shake our head. I'm gonna shake our head no to that one. Jesse. Where did Jesse come from? I'm not feeling it. Lola, is it just gonna keep going? Is it like randomly generating names? There's not an AI tag on this, like the content disclosure. So this isn't being done with generative AI. These are just like, this is for the love of the game. They coded this in, not Lola. Cookie is kind of cute actually. But I guess we do have to go with a name. How many times can I say no? Dillinger, I'm sorry. How many names did they put in here? Mocha's kind of cute. Muppet, oh no. Pashmina. I almost named one of my plants Pashmina. It died. Frankie, Pop. I'm wondering if it'll circle back around. Bubba, I kind of want to go with Bubba because I call my dog Bubby. I do kind of want to go with Bubba, but I also want to see how many names they put in here. This is why the cozy corner ends up becoming the chaos corner, because I do things like this. Floyd, okay, interesting one. Scout, okay. Peanut, I like Peanut. Biscotti is interesting. Niblet, very southern. I just want to see how many. Bean, how many did they put in? Dusty, Jaden, there's like Neil. I think the sun is starting to set. Yuki, not Corvy. Wait, I was gonna pick that one. No, we'll continue. Kashmir, there's so many, they put in so many. Neil, Malaya, I feel like we got Neil before. Tim Hortons. That's one thing, moving to the South, I miss a lot of things about living in like the East Coast, Midwest area. I miss a lot of things, but one of the things I think I miss the most is Tim Hortons. We don't have Tim Hortons down here. I miss Tim Hortons. I miss a Timbit. I just wanted to kind of circle back to the beginning because I'm okay with Bappy. There's so many names. Tony. I'm just like, how many did they put in? Also, you think there's an achievement for like going through all of them? And now I'm curious. Tofu's kind of cute. I have my achievements turned off, so I actually would have to open Steam to find out if there's an achievement. I don't have any achievements yet. John. There's so many names. Butter's kind of funny. Okay, we're at food now. We had like generic names and now we're at foods. Mac, like, is the next one gonna be cheese? No, it's Colby. Wait, Colby's a type of cheese. It's mac and cheese. Babyface is interesting. I kind of want to just go back to the beginning. Like the first one. They're getting worse. Shaq being a name in here is definitely interesting. Pom Pom. Do we gotta call it Pom Pom? Does Honkai Star live on in every universe? I think we have to go with Pom Pom. I think, like, there's been times where we play cozy games together and I try to make it, like, I purposely go out of my way to make a Hoyoverse reference. I'm not even trying to do that today. But Pom Pom has become a name choice. And so maybe we're in a different branch of the Bubble universe where Pom Pom is a capybara that cannot speak instead of a rabbit creature thing. I say we go with Pom Pom. Pom Pom it is. Honkai Star Rail, you'll always be famous. Pom Pom it is. Well, Pom Pom, glad that's settled. Pom Pom, our Pom Pom is happy. I'll take that as a you too. Now that we've formally introduced ourselves, I wanted to direct your attention to one more thing. Come over here. Okay, my mouse is on screen. Hold on. Over here. Movement is a little bit funky with keyboard and mouse, but it works so far. Where? It's like Metal Gear. How do I take it off, guys? How do I take off the box? I don't know how to take the box off. All right, well, I guess I am boxed now. Hope everyone likes the Metal Gear reference. That over there is the dragon. It looks like an axolotl. Put a pin in that. Super big, super powerful. Watches over everything, though I've never met them. Some say that the dragon even grants wishes. It would be really funny if that dragon was gold. It would be really funny. That would just be another Star Rail reference at that point. But our Pom Pom is shocked in the box. Yep, pretty cool, huh? Maybe I'll take you over there sometime. But we've got to get to the main island first. I'm also going to give this game a little bit extra time because I did spend 10 minutes picking out a name. Okay, now all we need to do is cross this little bridge. Pom Pom is scared. Huh? What's the matter? Are you scared of falling in? I would be if I was walking on crates. I don't think the water's that deep here, so I think we're okay. Also, my box is covering text, so I don't really know what to do about that. Do we want to go bottom screen for box? Yeah, probably. I think that'll be okay. Hold on, I'm not recording a ton because my office still has an echo. And so I don't remember where any of my scenes are. Okay, we're here. All right, but we are scared of falling in as a box. I thought I read somewhere that capybaras are really good at swimming. Not this one though. My box is still covering it, but it's fine. We're gonna stay down here for a minute. I guess that makes sense, seeing as how you just survived a catastrophic flood. Don't worry, Pom Pom. As your big sibling, it's my responsibility to encourage you. All you gotta do is try. Okay, so we gotta just run across. See? I said you could do it, and you did. So if I E-hold, is this another thing I can wear? A short can. What if I hit wear? I have both now. What the? Okay, all right. If you hold down, you can drop all your hats. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back to wearing all my stuff though. It's fun. It's more fun that way. Okay. Hello, Corby. This here is a map of all of Castaway Island. You'll find maps like this all over the place, marked by these little red dots. So if you ever get lost, just look for one of these maps. Speaking of lost, where are your parrots? The shaking of the head. We are going to collect as many wearables as possible, and we will get rid of ones as we find new ones. Yep, so we're gonna be a box. I love Metal Gear. Oh, you haven't seen them since you washed up. Pom Pom shakes their head no. And Corby says, well, I'll tell you what. You don't need parents. You just need your new sibling, Corby. It writes, the Star Rail references write itself. Come on, let's keep going. So, Pom Pom, I've got some bad news for you. You're a long way from home, like a whole dimension away. It's really funny when you name them Pom Pom. It's like, yeah, you're in the wrong game, buddy. Pom Pom does not like that. And Corby says, the good news is you've got me. Pom Pom is shocked by that. I'm hoping it's a good shocked. But if you didn't say want to go home, the dragon can help. After all, they can grant wishes. Probably. I'm not so sure about that one, bestie. Pom Pom is also skeptical. Anyways, do you see that fire over there? I say we go check it out. It'll be the first chapter in our shared adventure. We just have to get past this water first. How about I try carrying you? I don't know if that's gonna work with my fit. Just hold down Alt. You're kind of big, so I don't know how long I can hold you for, but I'll do my best. And since we're in this together now, I can move around too. So with the arrow keys, so I do think we have to move. I do think we have to do both. Control to land. Control is on the other side of the keyboard. This is where the controller would be helpful. So I have to hold down on Alt and then we land. Oh, wait, so Corby sits on my back now. Okay. I do have to move both of them in single player. Don't get too close to the bonfire, Pom Pom. Your box will catch on fire. Corby says, I wonder who made this bonfire. Aside from the dragon, a handful of house-obsessed birds and the occasional meddlesome raccoon. I've been all by myself. So you can understand my surprise when I saw you. A washed-up loner just like me. You know, it is kind of funny that Pom Pom was an option. I don't know if they did that purposely. I don't know if the devs are like Star Rail players or not, but it is kind of funny. Especially given the fact that like we have a found family trope happening slowly but surely. The references write themselves at this point. I'm not saying that's a bad thing that like, oh, it's just like Star Rail. No, it's not just like Star Rail. It literally is just like there's a similar trope happening and I named the capybara Pom Pom because it was an option and I thought it was funny. I'm not saying the games are like similar really at all. I just thought it'd be fun. Anyways, Corby says, hey, that's not a bad thing. And now we can be loners together. We can be adventurers, explorers. This is our island now. If they said Trailblazer, I'd be like, all right, they know. Somebody knows. I could show you the signs, or we could go ride the log flume. What's a flume? Anyways, at the amusement park. Or we could check out all the new stuff that washed up in the flood. I saw a bunch of boats and even a whole castle. The castle's gonna be like a chapter, like a level, isn't it? Corby says, huh? I do think I have to take the box off. Because I feel like we're missing facial expressions from Pom Pom. Who's here? Oh, Corby says, who is this guy? Pom Pom just has an emoticon of this goat thing. Oh, Corby says, you know it? Wait, does this mean you brought your friend? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna drop my hats. I do want my stick. I can wear the stick? I can wear a stick on my head. Okay, new hat just dropped. I was gonna get the can, but I can wear the stick. Also, how fun is it in here? I don't know. Is there a way I can like change the? No, there's not a way I can change the view. But we got fun. We got pride flags in there. Hell yeah! If I hold to talk. Oh, the yak. The yak can talk. Okay, because there's 2 different options to talk. The yak says you're alive. Pom Pom's excited. Corby says yes. Miraculously for them, unsurprisingly for me. But who are you? Okay, so now we get the actual name. The yak says, oh, Capy, you've made a friend. How nice. I'm Onyx. Capy and I live together at the zoo. Okay, so they're from a zoo. Corby says they go by Pom Pom now. I wonder how we're gonna go about this. Onyx says, oh, I've always known them as Capy. Are we gonna stick with Capy or Pom Pom? Do we pick? Are we dead naming the capybara? I don't know about that. Corby says, well, I think Pom Pom fits them better. Do we have to pick one? I'm just, no thoughts. Head empty. Onyx says, well, it's their name, so it should be their choice, which is correct. I was like, oh, how are they gonna do this? Are they gonna like, oh, this is correct, actually. Onyx says, what do you think? Nod your head for Pom Pom or shake your head for Capy. I feel like we should probably go with Capy. I did my Pom Pom joke. So nod for Pom Pom or shake head for Capy. But I also don't want to start a bad relationship with Corby. Let's go with Capy. Onyx says, so to confirm, we should refer to you as Capy. I'm gonna shake my head. And Onyx says, all right then, Capy it is. Corby says, aw, really? But I liked Pom Pom. I couldn't keep the joke going for that long. Onyx says, and your name is? And Corby says, Corby. A pleasure to meet me, right? Onyx says, sure. Corby says, wait, you came from a zoo? My thoughts exactly. Onyx says, yeah, it looks like a bunch of our old stuff washed up with us too. This used to be my enclosure. Oh, cool. And this was, well, looks like the snake enclosure. Corby says, so that's where all this trash is from. Well, now you're on Castaway Island. Things are a little different here, but I'll help you figure it out. Onyx says, okay, thanks, kid. It all happened so fast. 1 minute I was talking to Benny, which is probably like a goat, I would think. And then we heard thunder. It got bad quick. There was a big rush of water, and we got swept away. It must have been a flood, but how did we end up here? Are we dead? That's a little bit dark, don't we think? Corby says, no, you're not dead. You're just lost. Onyx breathes a sigh of relief and says, speaking of lost, where's Benny? I'm sure he got swept up with me, and his pen is over there. By pen, I thought they were talking about like the pen you write with, and I was like, you guys are zoo animals. What do you mean pen? What? Also, Onyx is wearing clothes. How does that work? Corby says, we can help you look for Benny. Who's Benny? Oh, Onyx says, Benny is my boyfriend. I love them. We live together at the zoo, or we lived together. I don't know if he wants to see me right now. We had an argument before the flood. I don't want to get involved in their interpersonal drama. Capy, I know you must have your own stuff going on, but Benny recognizes you. Do you think you could? Corby says, of course we can look for him for you. I can do one better. I can talk to him. Give him an apology, a message from you, maybe a little reunion gift. Corby is just like meddling. Onyx says, what was your name again? Like Corby's like so involved because Corby is just so lonely. And Onyx is like, who are you again? Corby says it's Corby. And okay, no reunion gift for now. He probably washed up somewhere nearby. We'll take a look around for him. My best guess is that he ended up somewhere southeast of here. Okay, so down. We're going down. Onyx says, I'll wait here in case he finds his way over. If you see Benny, please tell him that I'm not mad at him. The interpersonal goat drama is a lot. Oh my god, wait. Onyx says, thank you, Capy. And Crovy. And Corby spells it out for him. And Onyx does apologize and says, anyways, I'll be here. I'll clean up some of the junk that washed up with us. And then Corby repeats that they might be somewhere near the swamp. Met Onyx. Is that an achievement? I don't have any achievements in Steam. Okay. So maybe they'll show up after the fact. I don't know how that works. So if we go to the map here, there's no down. And I'm not really sure where the swamp is. We just know the dragon's over here. Because if south, this is north, south, and east. It would be like this way. So it would be like towards the dragon. Also, I didn't do the right controls to zoom in out of the map. How do I... Okay, space times out the map there. Oh, did the water just spit you back out? Like you can't just walk into the water, I guess. My My stick! Give me my stick back. My head stick. Okay, so Alt to pick up the core. How do we pick up? Okay, we have to hold down on Alt to take our little guy with us. Okay. Oh, and then to land, I can't just press a mouse button for that. Okay. What is this? Is that a brick that I can wear? It's a brick that I can wear. Oh my god, I can stack things. I got so excited I had Corby on the move. Crushed bottle? How many things can I stack on my head? I have 3. Pop can? Where? Is there another one? Juice box? Where? Having so much fun. Okay, let's head this way. Let's head out, gamers. With my new hats. Oh, I fell. I lost my hats. Oh no, where am I? My hats. No. I have to get them back. Are they gonna stack right? I don't know if they're gonna stack right, but I have to try. I think I lost one piece of trash, so I lost my brick. The brick fell to the bottom of the ocean. I don't know if we're going the right way. Corby, I need you. Oh, that is the edge of the map, I think. Okay, never mind. So that was not correct. Okay. Oh, no, I see what happened. We went up instead of down. Okay, I see what happened. Hold on. Over the water we go. And then what we really wanted to do was go this way. Oh my god, another stick. I feel like these are like trash cans. I should be a bottle. When is it gonna, at what point does it get ridiculous? Another can. Oh my god, wait, a stick. I can take that. Juice box. A new juice box. I'm sorry, this is getting ridiculous, but I'm having a great time. Stick. Is that a bag of chips? Oh my god, it is. It's a chip bag. What do we got going on over here? I almost called him Crovy. What does he say? Hold on. Corby, no. Repeat yourself, please. I got your name wrong. Is this a takeout container? It is a takeout container. I'm wearing it. What do you have going on? Swimming can't be that scary. Just dip your toes and give it a try. Do I need to swim across or something? I'm making this difficult for myself. I am. Also, my OBS preview is glitching out because I have so much stuff on my head. Oh my gosh. Can I take that pail? No. If I could wear the bucket on my head, I would. Yep, this is the swamp. What's with all this smog? Did your friend bring it with him or something? All right, Corby. I do need you to kind of go in there. Can you not be that much separated? Bring to Capy. If I hit Alt, it brings the can to Capy, and then Capy can wear another can. This is gonna become a problem, isn't it? All right, we made it on here. There's so many frogs. Oh, we can walk on this. I'm just gonna head out. I think if I follow this frog, we'll find. Wait, is that what is that an orange? It's a little yuzu. So hold on. I need to drop all my hats and then find yuzu. Hold on. Where did my orange? Oh, am I wearing the orange? Yes. I was holding it in my mouth. All right. There we go. No more hats. We're done. We're done with the hats. I went in a circle. Hey, but we found the oranges. That's all that matters. So we go this way, looking for Benny. I feel like we are starting to lag. I don't know if that's going to become a problem. Where's Benny? Oh, Miss Baby said something. Who's Miss Baby? We're not getting through all that trash. I think we're going to need some help clearing it up. So is there farm cleanup gameplay I did not know about? There's a juice box there. I think there is a cleanup mechanic because there's like trash receptacles around, but there's not like a way to put stuff in there that I have found yet. So we're on the dock. I don't know if there's like extra chromatic aberrations here or not, but like my head is starting to hurt. I will say that. Where's Benny? I went in a circle again. I think maybe I'm just too tired for this because I am recording this at like, what time is it? 9:20 on a Sunday. And I did spend out a lot of time out this weekend. I think I just don't got the brain capacity for this right now. Where was Miss Baby? Because like we totally missed Miss Baby. I hear Miss Baby. We were here a second ago. Oh, this is where there's no way we're getting through all this trash. Okay, hold on, Corby won't even do it. Huh. Okay, if we can climb up here. Oh, that's Benny. Okay, let's go see what's up. Oh, by the way, I've been keeping track of all these new animals in my journal. Want to take a look? My head hurts so bad, by the way. Oh, dear. Oh, I don't know if it's like a screen thing because there is still some aberrations on the screen. Yeah, we'll take a look. Sure. Here you go. Someone must have lost it, so now it's mine about Corby's journal. So we need to help Benny and Onyx, but we have little tabs for everyone. You can open it anytime with one. Okay. I don't know if we're going to make it an hour. My head is really hurting. And I think it's the swamp is like taking me out. And there's not... What if we turn down the graphics? Will lower quality like remove the aberrations? No, because like there's like this like smog effect here and it's making me a little bit dizzy. So there's not really a way to like change that, unfortunately. Okay, slow and steady. Hopefully, okay. Oh my god, I'm like wet now. My capybara's wet. Okay, we have to do this steady. Slow and steady, guys, because I am using keyboard and mouse. Hi, Benny. Let's start with Capy. Benny is very excited to see Capy. What are you doing here? Wait, no, I mean, you're alive. I'm so happy to see you. Sorry if that came out wrong. But how did you get here? Capy just does a little shocked face, and then a scared face, and then just like a normal face, and then a happy face. And Benny understands that as Capy saying, Onyx sent you? Benny says, that's too kind of him. Capy, I really messed up. Okay, so they each blame themselves. Okay. We're talking communication issues. Benny says, we were fighting when the downpour started. It was so petty. He wanted to move into his own enclosure, and I didn't want him to. I knew he was worried about the rain, but I made him stay with me anyways. Oh, wait. So Benny blames themselves because they were like, I was scared of the rain and wanted Onyx to stay, but Onyx wanted to go home, and Onyx feels bad because they were not thinking about Benny's feelings in this situation. Communication issues with the goat things. Benny says, I just wanted him to listen. And Corby butts in, saying, did you want him to listen or did you want to get your way? Which, like, okay, Corby, but, like, now is not the time. I want to get out of this swamp. It's giving me a headache. And Benny says, now we're here. I caused all of this, Capy. I caused the flood. No, Benny, you didn't cause the flood. Just because you got in a... No, Benny. Corby says, I don't think you caused the flood. Benny says, oh, well, it feels like I did. It's all my fault. If I hadn't gotten so upset. No, Benny. No, it's not. Onyx doesn't need a mess like me in his life. The fighting, the nagging, that time I ate all of the hay without thinking. Benny, listen to yourself. And now all this smog. Everything's my fault. Corby. Oh no, Corby says, Capy, I think he's crashing out. Your Honor, Benny is crashing out. Whoever wrote the I usually don't like corny meme dialogue, like Gen Z meme dialogue in a game, but I do think it works here. One, because this is technically supposed to be a 2-player game, and so that like the haha funny dialogue will go triple platinum on Twitch. I do think that. 2, for some reason the haha funny dialogue works here, and I don't hate it. I usually don't like comedic relief dialogue in games. I'm very picky about comedy. In all the media I consume, I don't really like comedy. But for some reason, I don't hate this. Like, I'm okay with the comedy here. Maybe I don't even think it's like because it's subtle. I don't know how to describe it. I'm okay with it though. Corby says, we'll go tell Onyx how you're doing. Is there anything you want us to pass along to him? Benny says, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Benny is starting to feel a little bit too real. And I feel like maybe that's why. Maybe because there is like some reality. There's reality of the situation. Of how these two are acting. Corby says, we should go update Onyx. Then Onyx will probably want us to update Benny, and then why don't we just try sprinting back to Onyx? What am I doing? It said hold down shift. Also, I think the text speed, because there is the restoration. We are going to make restoration as long as we can. I think because at 3 seconds, just so I can read it out for the video, we'll do that. Because some of the dialogue does auto proceed with it itself. And so we're gonna do that so that we can linger on it and I can read it. So can I get home without falling in the swamp? No, I fell in the swamp. So I don't think we're that far away from Onyx, actually. Because I think it's like just over this. And then we go to the little beach here. And if we go up, we should be able to find Onyx. Yeah, there's Onyx's bonfire. Hi, Onyx. I got a new hat. Who's that? The worms. Oh my god, the worms speak in symbols. Oh, they disappeared. Okay. Oh, wait, do they not like the bird? So if I have Corby stay over here, no, they still disappear. Also, Corby can't be that far away from Capy. Okay, hey, Onyx. Onyx says, did you find him? Corby actually did sit down, by the way. Corby says, we did, yeah. And Onyx says, how is Benny? Corby says, well, he's not great. He's so anxious that he's filled up the swamp with smog. I don't think the smog was his fault. But Onyx says, oh, he can get like that. Yeah, I guess he can do he can create smog? Because like I know animals are talking and like that's not realistic, but like can animals create smog? I don't think so. Corby says he's made smog before? Onyx says, not literally, just metaphorically. I want to help him feel better, but I don't even know if I can. Capy is sad. And Onyx says, I know you two are just kids, but what do you think I should do? Okay. Corby says, remember what I said earlier, Capy? Just let me speak up and I'll tell Onyx to break up with Benny. No, I don't think they're that toxic. Let them be. Let my goat boyfriends be. Thank you. Corby says, if you'd rather they stay together, you can talk to him instead. Okay, so you can play as Corby and be absolutely chaotic, or you can play as Capy and be like normal. This is the cozy corner. It's gotten chaotic, but this is the cozy corner. By God, we're gonna keep it cozy. No breaking up today, unless they need to. I don't think they need to, though. Onyx says, so what should I do about Benny? Corby says, I don't think he's ready for a relationship. We're continuing with Capy. But Corby says, I mean, physically he's fine, but it seems like there's a lot he needs to work through. Yes and no. I don't think you need to be perfectly worked through all your baggage in order to be in a relationship. Like, you're allowed to be sad and in a relationship. Like, I know that there was like a whole thing on, it was like one of those Tumblr sayings that like, if you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you? I think that's a load of crap. I think even if you are like down in the dumps, people still love you. So like, I don't think they need, like, yes, you can have things you need to work on yourself, but that doesn't mean, like, if the relationship isn't like so totally toxic, I think you can stay in the relationship, you know? And Onyx seems like a good guy. Corby says, he said you wanted to move to a different enclosure. Well, they just want their space. So it's like, if you're on top of somebody, like you are constantly like on top of your significant other all the time, and like, and by on top of, I mean, like, you're living in the same space, like closed quarters, like no personal space, really. You're gonna start to go crazy. Like, if you need to be in your own enclosure and then like come visit, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. Oh, okay. See, I think this is okay too. Onyx says, yes, he's kind of a loud sleeper. I don't think there's anything wrong with, even if you like, you are dating, I don't think you need to share the same bedroom. I think you can have your own bedrooms, especially if somebody's a really loud snorer. Go for it. If somebody snores, why not? Onyx says, I just wanted to have my own space for a nap sometimes, but it really hurt his feelings. I think that's totally normal. Sometimes, as a chronic nap enjoyer, you know, I got a lot of health problems. I love a good nap. I do. Sometimes you just want to nap, quite frankly. And you know what? My dog loves cuddles, and thankfully he is very normal with cuddles. Like, he just like curls up and he's fine. So if I want to go take a nap, he comes with me. He's like, oh, cuddles, awesome. But sometimes he does snore really loud, and it's like, Toto, I just want to take a nap. Can you stop snoring? But he's a dog, so he doesn't understand. It's fine. I love my dog, but I feel like this is totally normal and fine. Like, actually, Onyx says his feelings get hurt a lot, and I always have to tiptoe around them. And I think this is a conversation that you two should have together. And also, Benny might need therapy, and that's okay. Onyx says, my hooves are just too big to walk on eggshells all the time. It's kind of a fun metaphor, I gotta say. Corby says, and you shouldn't have to. Maybe the flood can be an opportunity for you. You can take a little time to think about things. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't think they need to break up, but like some space might be good. You know, that's okay. And Corby says, Benny can take a little time to figure himself out. But also, Benny might need like a shoulder to lean on at the same time. I don't know. Do we have therapists on the island of Misfit Toys? I don't know. We probably should. Onyx says, maybe you're right. Maybe some time apart might be just what we need. Would you tell him for me? Hey, I didn't pick the breakup option. Did I accidentally pick the breakup? I don't think I hit tab. Corby says, of course we'll tell. I didn't pick this option. Wait a minute. What? And Onyx says, this is going to sound really silly, but when you go back, could you bring him an apple? He loves apples. He always wants them when he's stressed. I'm sure it'll help him feel better. Corby says, we'll do that. I didn't pick this option. Is this the breakup option? Wait, what? What happened? Okay. Onyx says, I'll just be here then. I guess I'll keep cleaning stuff up. Maybe I'll take a crack at all the trash on the beach. I'm so confused. Press Q to lock on an object, then press Alt and I'll fly up and get it. Or if it's on the ground, you can press Control and I'll pick it up. Okay. Either way, press Alt and I'll bring it back to you. Where are the apples? I don't approve of this. Oh, Onyx, the little orange. Where are the apples? I'm upset. Oh, I found the apples. Okay, so Q to lock on. Yes. And then Alt. And we have a red apple. So we're now going to carry the red apple. Don't even think about eating that apple, Corby says. Did I pick You can't, I don't think you can sprint. If you want to go fast, maybe you could put the apple on your head or something. Oh, that's fine. We're not that far away. I don't really think we need to sprint. My game is like super glitching out though, for some reason. Capy, hey, what's going on? Why am I in the trees? Corby says, thanks for listening to me before, but I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about this smog. If it's emanating from Benny himself, then I don't think an apple is going to fix it. I don't know, it could. It's like you ever like be in a fight with your parent and then they bring you cut up fruit and it like fixes everything. Sometimes cut up fruit does the job. Now I want cut up fruit. I don't have any fruit. I'm afraid of the fruit right now. Anyways, Corby says if we tell him that Onyx wants to leave him, we could make it worse. I didn't agree to this. We can always just tell him what he wants to hear. He and Onyx can figure it out later. I still think they should break up, but maybe we should do what's best for the island, you know? Anyways, I'll leave it up to you. Just give me the signal and I'll handle it. I never agreed to that. Is this the way we're going? Yeah, because we have to go over that. And then we go this way and this way. And then we have to go up this bridge thing that I fall off of a lot. So we have to go in a weird zigzag pattern because I'm not playing on controller. Could that be what I think it is? Hi, Benny. It's an apple. So we hold E. Oh, I lost my apple. I can crunch the apple, by the way. What are you holding? An apple. What do you have? A knife. Oh no, my apple. Don't go anywhere. It's really hard to speak. Okay, that's my apple there. Benny says, oh, Onyx, I ruined everything. Huh? Is that an apple? Corby says, yeah, and it's just for you. Benny says, oh, wow, thank you. I love apples. Corby says, so are you gonna eat it? Or Benny says, no, you can keep it. I just love looking at apples. They're so pretty, all red and green and yellow and shiny. This got weird. So I can crunch the apple then? Capy's confused. You're confused. I'm confused. Benny says, sorry, I got a little overwhelmed. Looking at that apple really helped though. I'm better now, or mostly better. I'm okay. I'm fine. It's okay, Benny. Corby says, we talked to Onyx. Benny says, you did? What did he say? Well, first of all, the apple is from him. He wanted to bring you an apple. And second of all, he might want to break up with you. I didn't agree to that though. I don't think I hit the wrong control, right? Like it was continue to go with Capy and tab to switch to the Corby option, which was the breakup option. So what happened? Benny says, does he want me back? Corby says, remember what I said earlier, Capy? You can let me talk or answer yourself, but we gotta tell Benny something. Onyx said he wanted space. Should they get back together anyways? Yeah, but also now that Onyx is like said he wanted space from Corby's convincing, I don't know what to do because it's like if I don't want to lie to Benny because now I have to go with the Onyx said he wanted space option. Like we can't lie about it. So if we tab, we switch to Corby and then we can do he wants you back or he needs some space. Okay, so maybe that, because tab is to switch and have the other one speak. And so I guess I picked the Capy option for breaking up. And now we have to deal with the consequences because it was not clear. Okay, let's have Capy break it to him. We gotta say that he wants some space. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, we can save scum if we need to. We can start over next time. Continue with Capy. Benny says, some space? Is this about the snoring? I've really been trying to stop snoring. Corby says, I don't think it's just about the snoring. It sounds like you're taking out your anxiety on him. When we talked to him, he sounded so tired. Which, like, yeah, that is a real problem to, like, take out the symptoms of your mental illness on your partner. That is a problem. But it's, like, also, it's still your fault for doing it. However, comma, you can work on that and, like, get better. And part of that is, like, accepting that you were mean to somebody because you have anxiety. Like, it's not an excuse sort of thing, you know? Anyways, Corby says, this island is a safe place for lost things. And it seems like you've gotten a bit lost in your own feelings. So maybe you can spend some more time here, just to figure yourself out, you know? Benny does not say anything. Capy is sad for Benny. And Benny says, no, Capy, it's okay. Your bird friend is right, and so is Onyx. I'll stay here for a while. I have a lot to think about. Benny. You can tell Onyx that I'll be okay. Why is the cozy game getting so deep? Corby says we will. That was really hard. But it sounds like Benny is going to be okay. Also, I want to crunch the apple. Oh, and Capy? What does Corby have to say first? Thanks for listening to me and taking my advice and stuff. In any case, let's go see how Onyx is doing. I want to crunch apple. Benny says, that looks sweet. Crunch the apple. Oh, it's all my fault, Benny. Delicious. We separated Onyx and Benny. No, that's so cursed. I ate the apple. Oh, Benny says he's not. Come on, Corby, let's head out. This got weird. This got really awkward really fast. Okay, so I know how the communication options work now and like the switching between them, because I thought tab meant we would go with like there was only one option for both of them, but you could say like split up or stay together with both characters, and that was my like mistake there. So we did accidentally break up the gay go boyfriends. There is an achievement for that, by the way. I'm sorry. The achievement is called Better Off Apart. Break up Onyx and Benny by telling the truth. 7.2% of players have this achievement. I'm so sorry. I got a rare achievement for this game by breaking up the gay go boyfriends. I also there is an achievement for stacking things on your head. Many hats stack 10 objects on your head. Thank you. I do be wearing many hats. Corby says, "Hey, so I don't know these guys like you do, but they don't seem too happy together. They're always fighting, and Benny is so anxious about it that he summoned a whole smog cloud. This feels like a conversation we should have had before. Anyways, I'm not saying we should break them up. Well, maybe that is what I'm saying. If the opportunity comes up, I can take care of it." Okay, so we've already gone through this dialogue. "Unless you really think they should stay together. I'll leave it up to you, but either way, you can let me know using tab." Capy is hesitant. "Oh, are you scared to speak up? I guess that makes sense, knowing you. Well, how about we practice it right now? Choose who talks using tab." Okay, so I needed this tutorial before talking to Onyx about breaking up the gay goat boyfriends. Unfortunately, I feel like because I'm using like a route, I probably am going the back way for these things. And so the tutorial is not procking at the right time because I'm not going the way the game intended, if that makes sense. If you press E, I'll talk. "Kaka, okay, no, you. Choose who talks using tab." We switch, and Capy talks. "Nice. Looks like you're ready to speak up." "Well, now I am. Just keep an eye out for the tab icon. If you see it, that means you can choose who responds." Yeah, that would have been a great thing to know like 15 minutes ago. It's fine. I got a rare achievement in Steam. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. Hi, Onyx. "So, what did he say?" Corby says he took it pretty well, all things considered. "Also, why is there magic on that bench in the back? Y'all see that? The park bench got magic on it." Corby says, "I think he's gonna be okay." Onyx says, "That's good. Maybe if he takes some time to figure himself out." And Corby says, "What about you?" Onyx says, "Me? I haven't thought about me for a while now." Okay, so maybe they did need to break up. Maybe they did. Onyx says, "I'm pretty sad right now, but I'll be okay." Capy, Corby, I shouldn't have asked for so much from you two, but thank you. Capy is happy. And Onyx says, "I have a gift for you, Capy. I made it myself. I only had time to make one, so you'll have to share, but I hope you like it. I'm wearing a scarf. I have a scarf." Corby says, "Is this a scarf?" And Onyx says, "Yeah, but not just any scarf. The yarn is made of yak fur." Oh, they're yaks. Okay, so they are gay yak boyfriends. Okay. How many times can I call them that before I get too mad? It's not in a derogatory way, I promise. I love them. Corby says, "You made us a scarf out of your own fur?" And Onyx says, "I know it sounds weird, but yak yarn is the warmest and softest out there." I feel like I've heard that before, actually. "You should make sure to stay warm on your long adventure, and to remember that your friends are rooting for you, even when you feel alone." Corby says, "Aw, thanks, Onyx." And Capy also says thank you in their own way. Corby says, "You know, if you don't want to wear that scarf, you can open up my journal and take it off from there." And Onyx overheard that and is like, "You don't like it? Oh, what?" Corby says, "That's not what I mean. I just mean if it gets too hot or something. That's all I mean." And Capy is doing a face. The face of, "That was a close one, buddy." I guess we reunited Benny and Onyx. Is that the achievement? Oh, we did that part of the journal. Yeah, okay. So one opens the journal. That is correct. Yes. So if I go to journal, there's a map in the journal. So the cat tab is all our characters. The star. Oh, so we can dress up everybody with the little things. Okay. So as we get more stuff, we'll like split it up. What is this last tab? This page is just for me and my thoughts. No peeking. This isn't really how I thought things were going to go. Talking about these flowers? What? I'm so... This game, y'all. Okay, we're gonna pop a save and be done for today, because before we get into it with any new characters. What is our next objective, though, for next time, though? I keep opening settings. Where would it be? I guess we just have to find new characters. Capy doesn't have a checklist, but we did this stuff for Onyx and then for Benny. Okay. Are we doing something with Onyx again? What's up next? Onyx says, now that everything's settled, let me know if you want to chat. Or in Capy's case, to hang out quietly. Corby says, cool. And Capy is happy. So what did you want to talk about? Nothing right now. Can I just exit out? Oh, we'll talk later. Yeah. Cool. Onyx says, see you later. Yeah, cool. Okay, so... Oh, okay, here's the proc for the next section. Okay. Corby says, woo, glad that's handled. So, it sounds like you have a whole bunch of friends back at the zoo. Not to mention your parents. The little scarf on Capy is also adorable, by the way. Capy is keeping the scarf. Corby says, I guess that means you need to get back there. Capy nods. Corby says, so much for a new sibling. Corby, we can be sad Capy or over it Capy. We'll do sad Capy. Corby says, well, I promised I'd help you out on the island, and a promise is a promise. Let's find you a way home. How we have happy Capy. Corby says, your best bet for getting home is probably gonna be the dragon. Capy is sad at that because obviously it's the dragon. If we can get up to the top of the lighthouse, we can ask the dragon to send you home. Capy is hesitant, and Corby says, there's just one problem. I have no idea how to get up there. Says the bird that can fly. Corby says, don't blame me. It's the dragon who decided to perch in an impossibly high spot, not me. What if we like jump king it? We use like platforms to get higher. Corby says, anyways, give me some time to think on it and I'm sure I'll figure out a solution. Jump king, baby. In the meantime, I'm glad we could help Benny and Onyx, but if they washed up with you, then maybe there are other zoo animals here too. Capy is shocked, but there are other tabs in the notebook, so I saw this coming. Corby says we should probably look for them and maybe solve their problems as well. As for where to go next, before I found you, I saw a huge castle just north of here. It must have washed up in the flood with you. We could head east, past the swamp, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there. Or if we go even farther north, there's a really cool amusement park. I used to go there all the time. We can pretty much go anywhere, except into the water since you don't want to swim. And Capy does not like that. Corby says, I'll leave it up to you. You get going and I'll catch up. Capy nods. So Corby says there's a whole bunch of zoo animals on the island, and they all love that perfect little capybara Capy. I wonder if they could learn to love me instead. Then I wouldn't be alone anymore. Great idea, Corby. Why does Corby have like a villain arc now, it feels like? Like, they can love both of you. Okay, so we're probably gonna go north next time. But for now, we are done. So pop a save and quit. It will take me to the main menu. Yes, it will. Oh, cute. That's really cute. It's also totally giving away what time I'm recording this at and what day I'm recording this on. Anyways, that's it for today. We definitely went over an hour, but there was also a lot of lingering. And I took a long time with the name thing and it ended up not even mattering in the end. So there's that. But this game gets a play. If you're new here, with every game that I play on the channel, I kind of give it what I like to call a play or an A. And originally, the original idea was if it gets an A, it goes to rot in my Steam library. I never pick it up again. We do one video, that's it. However, if it gets a play, it goes back on my schedule with an arbitrary year-long deadline to finish it. And if I don't finish the game in that year, there's consequences. However, every single game I put on my schedule like that, I have not finished a single one. And so I would have to do consequences for every single one. So I think I'm going to get rid of the consequences aspect. And I had a lot of like horror type games on my punishment list. And I think I'm going to just port them over to my general player and A list, or like if I've decided I like the game, I'm just gonna pick up a copy and play it, because the original idea was like, oh, I'll play it on the player and A, like the consequences punishment wheel, and it didn't happen. So I think we're getting rid of the punishments and I'm just gonna play the games. So that's where we're at. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but like little spoiler alert teaser there. But that's it for today. Thank you once again to D20 Communications for providing me with my copy of Capy Castaway. Like I said, this gets a play, so we are going to finish it. Just not today, but we are going to finish it. And I do think if we're answering the question of can you play this in single player, I think you can. I think it plays pretty fine in single player. I do think it would be really, really fun to play multiplayer as well. But I think in single player, it's probably easier to get a grasp on the story itself. And then in multiplayer, it would be fun as like just to goof off with your friends, you know, that sort of vibe. So it depends on what vibe you're going for. If you want to just like goof around with your friends, obviously play multiplayer. But if you're down for the story, which I think is kind of goofy and fun, do single player. So yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. I'm happy this game was good because I had been waiting for like at least a year for it. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. And as always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!